Hey guys, it's 2021 and a lot of people are setting New Year's resolutions and goals for next year. Some of the most common goals involve finances, health, or relationships. Unfortunately, at some point throughout the year, a lot of people forget about their goals or they get discouraged with the level of progress that they're making. In this video, I'm going to talk about the 3 most common reasons why people don't make the progress that they expect and give you guys some tips and tricks on how to make measurable progress and establish habits. Reason number 1 that people don't reach their goals is that they're too busy or that they let other priorities get in the way. One fix for this is to start very small. Start with very small daily actions that you commit to doing 100% just to get started, just to get the ball rolling. So for example, let's say there's a book on your bookshelf you've been meaning to read. It's collecting dust, you keep putting it off. Just schedule in your calendar to read 1 page, maybe right away in the morning, maybe after dinner, but just commit to reading 1 page no matter what. This way you start small and gradually build up to build momentum. And eventually you can be reading for 5 minutes or 10 minutes and you slowly integrate the habit into your life. The key is to make this action so small and so easy that there's a 0% chance you fail. If you think about reading the whole book, that can be intimidating, but just reading 1 page, anyone can do that. Anyone can fit that into even the busiest day. So that's advice number 1, is to start with very small daily actions that are super easy. So reason number 2 why people don't reach their goals is that they get discouraged or they lose motivation along the way. In the beginning, when you're pursuing a new goal or trying to develop a new skill, it's really exciting and there's a lot of novelty to that. But over time, the glamour kind of wears off and now you're down to the grind of continuing to work every day towards that goal. My advice for this is to set very small goals that are measurable, that are attainable, that you can reach in a reasonable amount of time. In this way, you can rack up a lot of small wins and feel good about it, rather than always comparing yourself to where you eventually want to be and feeling like you're coming up short. So for example, let's say you've been going to the gym every day for a few months and you're just not seeing very much progress. Instead of saying, someday I want to bench 225, just say, I want to set a new personal best by 5 pounds, or by an extra 2 reps, or I want to run faster by a few seconds than my personal best. This principle is exactly why video games are so addicting. This is exactly how they're designed. Video games make it very easy to level up from level 1 to level 2 to level 3, and then once you're up to level 50, it gets a lot slower and a lot harder. You can hack your brain in the same way for anything. So in the gym, if you just make your first few goals super easy to achieve, you feel like you're leveling up quickly. So that's my tip number 2, is to focus on small, attainable goals over time instead of only thinking about the end state. The third reason you might not be making the progress you want towards a specific goal is ineffective practice. There's actually a specific way that world-class athletes and world-class performers in all fields practice. Effective practice has a few specific qualities. You need to know, what does success look like? You need to be focused and undistracted, cycling between challenging and easy type of practice, and getting immediate feedback and ideally expert coaching. So let's unpack all of those a little bit. So for the first one, having an idea of what success looks like. So if you're learning to shoot a basketball or go skiing, you can watch video footage of professional athletes and study their form. And so when you practice, you can actually try to emulate someone that you know is doing it correctly. The next point is being focused and undistracted. There's a lot of research out there how about small distractions make a huge negative impact on how much progress or how much you can learn. Even something as simple as checking a text, over and over, or checking emails, it can have a really negative effect. It's much more effective to sit down and study or to practice for 20 minutes straight, completely focused, than to practice for 2 hours, 3 hours, and really only be giving it half your attention. Cycling between challenging and easy. An example here might be if you're practicing an instrument, you should alternate between playing something that you already know how to play and then attempting a song or a sequence that is really challenging for you. Maybe it's just slightly beyond what you can do right now. And then after doing that for a while, you go back to something easy, then you do something challenging. And the idea is that every time you're trying the challenging, something that's just a little beyond your current ability, you make a little bit more progress. You push yourself a little bit further. If you're not always pushing the cutting edge, if you're staying in your comfort zone too much, you're really not gonna make much progress. And the last two, immediate feedback and expert coaching, I'm gonna combine these in an example here. Let's say you want to improve your golf swing. And most people, they go to the driving range, they get a bucket of practice balls, and they just start hacking away. And some go straight, some might go sideways into the highway, some go straight into the ground. And at the end of the session, they think back, I've done this, I look back and, oh, I had some good shots, I must have gotten better, or I must have made some progress. The problem is they don't know what it was about those good shots that made them good, and they don't know what exactly they did on the bad shots that made them bad. So a much more effective way of practicing in this case would be to record yourself with a video camera or have a golf pro watch you swing the golf club, and between every swing you can either watch the video or the coach can give you feedback and you can analyze, what did I do wrong? And you can actually compare video of yourself to a professional, right? Going back to the first point of knowing what success looks like. So if I compare my swing to the swing of Rory McIlroy, I can make small adjustments to try to look more like his swing. By getting feedback immediately and frequently and making small adjustments towards what mastery looks like, you can make so much more progress than kind of randomly figuring it out on your own. Effective practice can make all the difference in achieving a goal. All right, I have one more bonus tip for you guys. If you're liking the content so far, please remember to click the like button and subscribe so you can get more videos like this in the future. My final bonus tip for you guys is to review your progress on a regular basis. Every 2 weeks or every month, look back and see, maybe did I not do enough? Could I have done more? And think about the measurable progress you made. Think about all those micro goals that you accomplished. You can also refine your goals over time or make them more specific or change them. Maybe you started going to the gym because you generally want to be healthier, but over time you realize, well, I actually really enjoy increasing my strength, or I want to build more muscle, or maybe you want to lose weight, or maybe you want to focus on cardio or running a race or a marathon. It's okay to change your mind over time. The important thing is just to get started in any direction and course correct later. Reviewing your progress and your goals on a regular basis is really important for maintaining motivation and to keep moving forward. So if you take anything away from this video, just remember, focusing on very small short-term goals, short-term milestones is the key for maintaining motivation and to keep moving forward. With consistent, deliberate, and focused practice, I'm sure you guys can achieve your goals. I hope you found these ideas helpful. Do you agree with what I've shared today, or is there anything I missed? Let me know in the comments below. Please remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.